Nigeria, a nation of 160 million people, the most populous black nation and ninth in the world. In less than a decade, about 40 million youths would be in dire need of employment. The government can definitely not meet this need. Worse still, technology is rapidly and efficiently replacing humans in the workplace. This is an emergency. Frontiers Consulting, in partnership with Dar Communications, presents Own Your Own with Muyiwa Afolabi. Learn to start, grow, manage, and profit from your own business in Nigeria.
It is time to create wealth in Nigeria, for Nigeria, and by Nigerians. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Muyiwa Afolabi. Welcome to Transformation. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Own Your Own, your business mindset talk show where you learn how to start, how to grow, how to manage and profit from your own business. I'm your host, Muyiwa Afolabi. Welcome to Transformation. Today, I'd like to speak to you about branding. Branding. What really is branding and how does it work? Let's talk on that today. I've had some interesting interactions with many people in business, and I've also interacted with many marketing professionals and product communication experts. As a professional marketer myself, I have studied and practiced marketing, branding, and advertising for years. Hence, I am to a good extent exposed to the concept of branding, various interpretations of branding, various applications of branding, and this may surprise you, how branding has wrecked many products and businesses. Many people in business today, even in Nigeria, are superficial about many business concepts and appropriate application. Once they come across a new trend on the global scene, they quickly take it on, begin to apply and sell without a meticulous study and understanding of how it really works and how it can grow their businesses. Too many business people today keep talking about branding without a detailed understanding of the concept and how to use it. Many will give you the basic definition of branding when asked. They'll tell you it's the ability to create a unique and different identity for your product in the marketplace to enhance recognition, awareness, and popularity, leading to increased patronage. They believe it's about using properties like colors, themes, textures, language, tone of voice, profile, packaging, and association to promote preference and affinity. It sounds good and logical to brand, but being good at managing all these effectively can actually destroy your product and potential in the marketplace if you ignore the core of branding. Many today in business are desperately transforming their products and services into brands. They are differentiating and creating unique identification for their products and services. They use packaging, colors, communication, advertising, and imagery to create a mental picture of their product in the minds of their target audience so as to drive recall, preference, and patronage. Truth is, branding essentially makes a product stand out amongst competing options. When you brand successfully using effective communication and advertising to promote the brand and its properties, you will naturally grow awareness, recall, and even preference. Branding makes a product known. Branding makes a product famous. Branding can help improve your marketplace performance and drive up your shares in volume and value. Branding can even activate an effective word of mouth and recommendation amongst consumers. Branding can even activate an effective word of mouth and recommendation amongst consumers. Branding makes a lot of sense and it's a sensible business consideration. However, branding beyond how you see it is putting your offering in the spotlight. Branding is calling attention to yourself and your product. The danger in this is, if as a buyer, a consumer or client, I'm impressed by your branding proficiency and attracted to your product, if I then decide to buy it and unfortunately find your product disappointing, I'll never repeat that purchase. Dear friends, I'll be right back. Welcome back. If I buy and use your product and I find it disappointing or far beneath the hype and packaging and promise, I become turned off from your brand. Not only will I get turned off, I will immediately begin to discourage friends and family from buying your product, and I'll begin to talk negatively about your brand. If you package your product and service in such an attractive and compelling way, but my experience with it is disappointing, it will take a lot to change my mind about that impression, especially if there are better competing options. Branding is dangerous when your product or service is bad or not good enough. Customers don't pay for products or services, they pay for satisfaction and experience. They pay for your products based on what they believe it will do for them, not because your brand looks nice. Customers buy satisfaction. When your branding is powerful and compelling, but your product and services are poor or disappointing, your branding will subsequently help me recognize your product on the shelf or in the marketplace and avoid it. If your product is not excellent or you can't sustain excellence, branding becomes dangerous to your business. Branding will begin to work against you. Branding is beyond creating a differentiation and an identity for your product. It actually starts with the ability to continuously and consistently satisfy your customers with your offering. When as a product or service you call attention to yourself, what you are saying to me is, you have what I want and you have what it takes to satisfy me continuously and consistently. If I try you and discover it's not the case, I'll leave you, carry a bad impression about you and spread you as bad news. The core and the beginning of branding is product or service quality. Whatever you want to brand must have the capacity to make me happy and satisfy me, not occasionally, but consistently. Too many businesses have very bad products and services out there, yet they spend millions on branding and advertising. Too many companies have very appalling customer service and relations, yet they spend money on branding. Many businesses lack what it takes to deliver consistent and back-to-back quality service, yet they spend so much on branding. I'm sorry, but it is a waste of money and it doesn't make sustainable business sense to keep spending money in order to call the attention of the public and your customers to a bad product or service. And don't be deceived. If your product is bad or average and your services are not impressive and you're still doing well as a business, it's because the customers don't have superior and affordable options yet. They may still be with you because you are the preferred option amongst bad options. Immediately a superior option in quality and price hits the market, you'll discover your true size. You'll know you failed on building loyalty. The core of branding is quality product and service. It's about a guarantee and a promise that your product has got what it takes to satisfy customers always. Branding is keeping a promise of satisfaction to your customers. I tell you this, a good product or service need not invest so much in building its brand for it to grow in the market. When you win with product quality and consistency, the market will build your brand for you. Your customers, distributors, clients, and everyone whom have experienced you will tell good stuff about you. You will build loyalty and trust through consistent quality delivery, and you'll take over the market space. To continue to grow your brand, you must subject your product or service to continuous quality improvement. Branding is not about differentiation, shelf shout, imagery, and widespread advertising. Branding is about quality guarantee. Branding is about keeping a promise. Don't attract me to a bad experience with your product. Fix your core first and then call my attention to something good, satisfying, and compelling. That's what branding is about. Never brand a bad product. It will work against you. I believe you've learned something interesting, insightful, and different from today's episode of the program. For questions, help, consultancy, team building, and your training needs, please call on any of the numbers displayed on your screen. You can also follow me on Twitter and tweet at me on the handle also displayed on the screen. Better still, you can visit my website and read up exciting and insightful business content on my blogs. You'll be glad you did. Dear friend, it is time for us to create wealth in Nigeria, for Nigeria, and by we Nigerians. It is time for us to reset our mindsets, change our behaviors, change our attitudes, and do the right thing. My name is Muyiwa Afolabi. Until we meet again on another exciting episode on this program, please stay in charge of your business. Bye-bye.